All right, so we're going to talk today about the Detroit Lions blitzing the quarterback and putting pressure. Now, I'm going to give you a number, okay? And shout out to Tim 20man and Brad Behrman. Okay, Tim 20man said number 77.4. What does that number mean? Opponent passer rating when blitzed. That ranked second in the NFL. So, what does that mean for the Detroit Lions in the 2023 season? You get a Romeo back. You adding a Jack Campbell. You have a second-year pro in Aiden Hutchinson, James Houston, Josh Pascal, Malcolm Rodriguez. Like, you got all these guys, and then you getting back also a guys off injury. So, I mean, a Charles Harris and things like that. Like, it's just a lot of people want players on our team and things like that. And shout out to those. Like, I mean, hey, Detroit Lions Syndicate doing his thing. And he makes me think, like, hey, do we really need this guy? Hey, shout out to him. Hey, always getting your brother thinking. So, but in totality, it's like, if we just get healthy and we see the second year leap and we could get something from some of these rookies, a Broderick Martin, a Jack Campbell, what are we going to see from Ali McNeil? Because Ali McNeil wants to get to the quarterback as well. I don't know about you, but I definitely got a very good feeling that we don't need no more D linemen. I think we got what we need. Now, if we could go get a Yannick Ngakoue, a Chase Young, a player that goes from 0 to 100 in a matter of seconds, oh, absolutely, you go add that guy. That's a no-brainer. I don't care who you have on your team. If you can add a guy that moves that needle, you go add that guy. That's not even a question. But what if these guys come out? I mean, we've seen what happens when we're dialing up the blitz. When we dial up the blitz, we're getting to the quarterback. We're getting to the running back. We're making plays. Second in the NFL. Second. Not third, not fourth, not 30th, not 32nd. Second in the NFL. When you blitz and you make those plays, we're the second best teams in disrupting passes and stuff of that nature. And you also added to that secondary, where now you're going to be batting passes, intercepting footballs, causing fumbles, things of that nature. And Tim 20man also put out this as well. He said Detroit allowed 6 touchdowns while picking off 6 passes and sacking opposing quarterbacks 15 times when they blitzed. This is an important statistic for 2 reasons. One, Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn blitzed the 6th highest percentage in the NFL last season. If that's going to be part of the defensive repertoire, they need to be good at it. And I fully agree. Like, if we're going to blitz the 6th most in the NFL, we better be doggone good at it. And a lot of that, I think, is going to come with health of this roster. Like, we've never seen this roster 110% healthy. Now, granted, yeah, it's football. You're never going to see a roster fully healthy. It's how healthy can you be late in the season to make a run for the playoffs and into the playoffs to hopefully play in February. If we can be healthy, I don't think there's a move outside of maybe Byron Pringle for return man and maybe a guy that can help with wide receiver during these first 7 games. Outside of that, I don't really see an acquisition happening. Now, again, if there's a needle mover, you go after it full-fledged. I'm not saying that you don't because, I said, the roster should be set. No. You always try to improve your roster. That is Brad Holmes' main goal. You don't care if you're the favorite guy amongst the fans or the worst player amongst the fans. As long as they're doing their job at a high level and there's no way that could replace that person, that's the only time he will not look at that person to replace. But every single person, even Aiden Hutchinson, if he lays eggs, eventually he will be replaced. Now, hopefully that day never happens because holy smokes, I love me some Aiden Hutchinson and Honolulu Blue. But you get where I'm going at. Like, if we could get to that quarterback or get to that running back or make defensive plays, especially up front, everything else doesn't matter if you're a linebacker, corner, or safety. Your life will be easy. Here's a quick off-scale reference. Ray Lewis of the Baltimore Ravens said to the entire world during his, I believe it was his Hall of Fame speech. He, and I quote, said, "I wouldn't be the player I was in the NFL if it wasn't for the guys up front, the Haloti Nadas, the Saragusas, those guys up front." Because why? It made his life easy as a linebacker. And then if his life was easy, well, guess what? He's making the secondary's life easy. Because now they can get into position and do different things. They're not having to play, with their heads cut off as running chickens. They could be where they need to be at. So that already will improve the defense in totality. Hey, y'all better get your popcorn ready because I think Louis Riddick, when he said that the Detroit Lions could be playing in the NFC Championship game, I think there's more fire than smoke. Like, that's more bite than bark. And, that's only going to make us happy because, if we're playing in the NFC Championship game, that means we've won a playoff game or maybe 2 playoff games. And that's only going to get us to where we want to get to, and that's the Super Bowl. Eventually, it's time for Super Bowl or bust. And in 2023, if the Detroit Lions can blitz the quarterback or blitz and get into that backfield to stop the running back or stop the quarterback, now we could cause fumbles. Now we could cause sacks. Now we could cause a lot of the pretty stats, as we like to call them. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are we set up front? Or is there a guy that you want? Or do you feel confident that this team can be something really special, especially on the worst side of the football a season ago, which was the defense? Could this team finally have turned that corner? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And y'all already know what to do. We are trying to grow this community. And if you want me to do what I love to do, which is talk Detroit Lions football to the day I stop breathing, then definitely want to hit that like button. And I will see you in the next video. Go Lions, one pride, baby. Peace. Hey, this defense is about to be sick nasty. Y'all better call somebody.